Games coming at you live tonight, doing a special little video here that's going to be to kind of show off a project that is about 3 days out from ending on Indiegogo. A project that I think anybody who's into like the type of games that I make and OSR games, the old school spirit, are definitely going to be interested in. I'm going to give it just 1 second here while I load everything in, make sure everything is working and running the way it's supposed to be. You may hear in the background the noise of the video coming on. That is just because I'm just double checking to make sure everything's working. The noise of the video coming on. That is just because I'm just double checking to make sure. All right, but everything does seem to be up and working. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about tonight was a game called Solar Blades and Cosmic Spells by Old School Publishing. The creator, the author, and driving creative force behind the game, as well as fantastic artists, Diogo Nogueira. He's from Brazil. Brazil has a very large old school Renaissance community, and they're very big into that type of stuff. And Diogo is no stranger to that. Most people who follow my channel for a while have heard me talk about Sharper Swords and Sinister Spells, which is his take on the OSR. He went through and made a couple different things with it. He used kind of like some of the best qualities of the Black Hack by David Black, some of the best qualities of first edition Dungeons and Dragons, white box Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeon Crawl Classics, and kind of mixed it all and made this really nice little complete OSR game. And then he came out, which was Sharp Swords and Sinister Spells. And then he came out with an appendix for it, which was, if funny enough, the appendix is about twice the size of the original Sharper Swords, Sinister Spells. Well, he's now following that creation up with Solar Blades and Cosmic Spells, which is a Star and Sorcery role-playing game with an old school spirit. This is something that he's ran on Indiegogo, which is the first time doing crowdfunding. I've had the pleasure to have quite a bit of interaction with Diogo Nogueira. He's a great guy. He's backed my stuff in the past. Very enthusiastic. A lot of the people who are into OSR and stuff, they're out of Brazil, are very big into the OSR scene. They're very passionate, very enthusiastic, and Diogo's absolutely no exception to that. He he exudes passion when he talks about gaming and his style of gaming, his preferred methods of play. And so this game is kind of a Star Wars-esque. It's kind of Star Wars meets He-Man meets Thundar the Barbarian, just all kinds of, space opera, space fantasy, just all kinds of really, the standard fantasy tropes mixed with the sci-fi flavor to make a really unique game. This also is definitely his largest game to date. Part of what he's done is he's published the manuscript that you can if you go check out the link, which is in my link below, you can take a peek there at his Indiegogo page. You can download and look and see what's been done. And what I'd like to do now is I wanted to kind of just give you a brief overview. I'm sorry about the quick scrolling, but I'm trying to get down here to the bottom, and we'll just kind of walk through. So the game funded day one. This was a 2-month campaign, and there's like I said, 3 days left. The game was funded day one very quickly. Here's the Google Doc that I was referring to. You can check out the book in manuscript form. So it's not laid out. It doesn't have the art included yet. It is just the writing, but you can see it's well over 200 pages. You know, here he is. Yeah, the campaign funded the first day. So he, talks about that he can pay his collaborators better with the additional money, commissioning art from great artists and things like that. All right, now we get into some of Diogo's art, which I think is phenomenal. This piece actually he has available on his website. You might have seen me wear it on the show before, or on my YouTube page. It's a color piece, and the black and white. While I love the black and white, Diogo, he uses heavy inks, which is something I really like, and I like the style. And when you look at his art for this game, you can see where he's going. It's kind of like Mad Max meets Star Wars, meets He-Man, meets Dungeons and Dragons. I just absolutely love it. So, and then here's another piece that he did, just to show you kind of what you can expect to find on the inside of the books. So, and this was when they reached the #1 stretch goal. So I do apologize. The second piece here, this is actually by Alex Mayo, who has done quite a bit of art. In fact, some of his art has appeared in Dark Places and Demigorgons. I should recognize from his use of, he always has lettering or glyphs or runes in his artwork. Here's some reviews where you can see, like the Old Man Grognard, myself, John Wick, and even Questing Beast. We've all reviewed his Sharper Swords and Sinister Spells, and we've all had great things to say about it. It's a really a fun little book for playing fantasy RPGs. But to tell you the truth, I'm even more excited to see with based on the art and what I've read in the manuscript. I'm even more excited to see what's going on with this campaign. All right, so we're gonna scroll on up here. Here he does just a little thing. This is just showing some support and love to astonishing swordsmen and sorcerers of Hyperborea. One thing that's really great about the OSR community in general, but especially, in this case with Diogo, pardon me, is that, he's always out supporting other people. So this is him just pimping out that, hey, this Kickstarter for Hyperborea had launched, which I do believe is over now. So, and then, showing off just different pieces of art from it. All right, now this art here is from, I believe it's pronounced Pear Farmer. I could be wrong. I apologize if you're out there and you hear me slaughter your name. Just showing some more stuff. Also, down here is a link to be able to go and read an interview that he did over for InWorld, and check that out. Here he drops in some different things. At $6,500, a reference book with just the rules of the game will be made. At $8,000, an art-free version of the book's PDF will be made available for free PDF to players. So that's pretty awesome. Then we head on up, and here he's got a printout for, this was like, I guess, the beta version of the character sheet, or the standard version. You can print it out. He was given the link there. All right, here's another piece of artwork by Diogo. It is, I love his use of blacks and grays. It's all grayscale artwork, but it's one of those things. Is he fills the page, and when you look at it, there's so many things going on that you can't just take it all in at just quick glance. So even if you just go to the page and check out some of the artwork he's done for this, I think you'll see that that's been pretty good. He also has a link here for he was on the Full Metal RPG podcast, so you can check that out, as well as on IRC channel. All right, here's like a beta version of a sketch for an available character sheet, which you'll see later on. We'll run across it because that now has been completed. But this was just kind of the quick rough. This is what I was thinking type thing. All right, another piece, much reminiscent to the Scum and Villainy bar from Star Wars. Here we got the Iron Scum, and so you can see different alien creatures with swords and stuff, all ready to go. Let's see. All right, here Diogo did a interview on Nerdarchy, so you can check that out. I believe that if I'm correct, I believe he will be attending Gen Con. I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't think this book will be ready by Gen Con. It could be, but I'm not familiar with that. But I believe he will be there. Yeah, and it says check out the Gallant Knight game stuff too. So he'll have I have sharp swords and sinister spells and the addendum there. So at the Gallant Knight games booth. So you can check that out. Gallant Knight are the people who did for Coin and Blood, or for Blood and Coin, sorry, and the Tiny D6 games like Tiny Frontiers and stuff like that. All right, here's another piece of artwork that was in progress. This has now been finished later on. So he gives kind of just an update. Here's an art contribution by Anita Wright. Now, I know you guys hear me speaking a lot about the art, and the reason why I'm talking about the art is because the art's phenomenal. The reason why I'm not talking a whole bunch about the system is I don't want to give too much away. I really do want you to go look and check it out for yourself, and see. And here's another instance where he was showing off someone else's campaign for you to go check out. All right, we got another piece. Again, I love the look. I can imagine the world that this game takes place in. I know the rules from the Sharp Swords and Sinister Spells, and I've also known that that those rules have really grown and been way more fleshed out in the manuscript itself. All right, if the game hits $7,000, every backer will receive a PDF of the adventure module written by Andre Novo. So, and as it says down here, did stuff for Lamentations of the Flame Princess. So, that's another thing. Then they're not far from that stretch goal. Here's some art by James Shields, who also is running a Kickstarter right now. Of course, this is an Indiegogo, but he does have a Kickstarter going as well. Talks about stuff for the retailers. And then now that we've got closer, some of the perk levels that you can get in at, there's a $150 level which only has 3 things left, and that will get you one of Diogo's pieces of original art, which is where I backed at, just because I love the art. I really wanted to, he's always shown up to support me, and I definitely, with this being his first crowdfunding thing, I wanted to show up and support him. So let's see. But you can see from $150, really you got from $60 to around, I believe, 25 will get you the PDF and coupons for print on demand there through Drive Through RPG. The $20 will also get you. Well, that's for the 25 will get you for the limited edition print on demand. This will get you for the standard hardcover print on demand $20, and we'll get you that coupon. So then they got $15 for the soft cover, so $10 for just the PDF. All right, and then like I said, I went in. They put this up here because this is the level that I backed at, was the Galactic Overlord, because I just wanted to be able to get all of it. Shows here he's already at 245 backers, and he's at $6,472. So his goal was 2,000, so he blew past that the first day, and then he's been holding on and kind of moving along. This is the cover right here that I really like the most. I like this cover quite a bit. So that's going to be the limited edition cover. This is a traditional cover. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play the video for you guys. And I may pepper in some commentary. We'll see. Let's see. Hopefully this all comes through nice and clear on your end. That's another great James Shields piece. That also is a James Shields piece. All right, and that's going to conclude my kind of stream of the rules. Let's see, just exit out that all together. Whoop, the Matrix. All right, guys, and then let me just check in here, see if there's been any thing put into the chat. I can pick up and answer any questions. Let's see. I apologize, taking just a minute for that to open up. You might hear something. All right, I see Christopher Brandon said, hello, Eric. What kind of siege engine does he use for the playing mechanic for his games? Most of his mechanics are based on a roll under stat. So it's based on a Rollo system. which he used in sharp swords and sinister spells. So that was the main. Now he's got quite a bit of different things. He, like I say, he really kind of cherry picked the best rules, or his favorite rules, and put them all into what he thought would be the most opportune game. And so that was his pick, was to do the roll under, kind of from the black hack system. So. All right, everybody. Well, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. So you got 3 days if you'd like to check it out. I highly recommend checking out and supporting it. Like I said, Diago is a wonderful guy. He does great things as a community. He's very active in the community. Always has a smile on his face. Is a great supporter of other OSR publishers, and he makes great products too. So it's like an all win-win situation. So every little bit helps, and if we can get him over that $7,000 stretch goal in the next 3 days, then everybody will get that free PDF for the adventure PDF. And then of course, the book itself is going to be over 200 pages, so it's a fairly dense book. But that's what I got for you guys tonight. Hope everybody out there is having a wonderful time. And until I see you again, have a great day and great gaming. Bye.